So, is this the best budget super Strat? Hello! In this video we're going to be looking at the Fazley Phynica FSST720. We're going to be talking about the specs, value for money and alternatives worth looking at in this price range. But first, let's go back in time briefly and quickly unbox it. For this one, it's going to be less jokes and banter, I'm afraid, because this guitar is seriously awesome. Stick around till later on in the video to find out if this is a gig-worthy guitar. So let's get to it. Here's the specs. Specs for the Fazley Phynica FSST720. We've got an S-type linden or basswood body, which is the same thing, an Olympic white with a high gloss finish. This guitar weighs in at 7.38 pounds, which is a nice comfortable weight. A ceramic humbucker in the bridge and two ceramic single coils, 5-way selector switch, master volume and master tone, a bolt-on neck with a rounded contoured heel joint and this nice little cutaway contour on the back of the lower horn. We've got a Canadian roasted maple neck and a roasted maple fretboard, which is not specified as being Canadian, but it may well be. It's a modern C-shaped neck with 22 frets, black dot markers, 25.5 inch scale and a 9.5 inch radius, 42mm bone nut. The hardware, we've got a modern 2-point trem with a push-in trem arm, vintage style bent saddles, 3-ply pickguard and the jack socket access on the side of the body. Chrome tuners, 1-string tree and a 2-way adjustable truss rod. Pickup output readings are, the bridge is 14.07k, bridge and middle 3.84k, middle 5.23k, middle and neck 2.60k and the neck is 5.14k. Now here's some tones. Each pickup position, clean and dirty, going through the Line 6 HX Stomp XL direct into a Roland Go Mixer Pro X. The cleans are with a Fender twin style amp with a touch of reverb, and the dirty channel is 2 stacked overdrives, a TS9 type and an OCD type, with the same reverb applied as on the clean tones. Enjoy! For me, this is the best guitar that Fazley offers in terms of quality, features, spec and value. The neck is fantastic, not just for the price, it's a great neck. It's as good as any current Fender offering with the same neck profile. I would argue that the fretwork is even better than some of the Fenders I've had over the past couple of years. One small downside, totally subjective once again, it's this pickguard colour and the plastics. This aged white cream stuff, I don't like it, it's not for me. Maybe parchment would have been better, parchment or taut or black, but this on the Olympic white. If this would be your first guitar and you're just starting out learning, you're not really sure what kind of stuff you would want to be learning, you can't go wrong with the versatility of an HSS guitar, and that's what this offers. So what is HSS? Well, that's a very good question, and I'm glad no one asked. But here's an answer for you anyway. HSS refers to a pickup configuration, which stands for humbucker, single coil, single coil. Some people refer to it as SSH, but that's okay, their parents probably still love them. Single coils were the first type of pickup introduced, and they are generally best suited for nice, clean, glassy vintage tones. However, these pickups can also produce some unwanted external noise known as 60 cycle hum. Humbuckers were developed later to solve the problem of the 60 cycle hum. By joining two single coil pickups together, wound in opposite directions and opposite polarities, this arrangement would help to cancel out the external noise, thus bucking the hum. Hence, humbuckers. Science stuff. Humbuckers are generally better suited to take gain. They're more powerful than single coils and they produce a thicker, fuller tone. This is why, in my opinion, the HSS configuration offers the best of both worlds. I mainly prefer single coil pickups, but sometimes you just need that extra bit of bite. If you're more experienced and into mods etc, then the bare bones of this guitar is a great place to start for a mod platform. Neck heel carve, you're getting that already. Got the 2-point trem, HSS, roasted maple neck. You can even bring it back to SSS and add in that second tone control again if you change the electronic and pickguard. That's what I'll be doing. Possibly upgrade the trem, although the trem isn't too bad. Put some locking tuners on there and pickups of your choice, and away you go, you've got yourself an excellent guitar for not a lot of money. I'd also just like to mention that the Fazley FSST720 is also routed for HSS. So is this the best budget Super Strat? Super Strats. Okay, so firstly, Super Strat is a bit of a subjective term. Some people will see that as a pointy Ibanez RG type shredder with a super flat radius, super jumbo frets and a Floyd Rose trem, whereas other people might see that as anything that deviates from the original 1954 design, where in reality it could be either of those and anything in between. So I definitely class these guitars as Super Strats due to the HSS configuration, the hottish pickups, 22 frets, 2-point trem, the ergonomics of the contours and the rounded heel joint for the upper fret access, and the second tone control removed in favour of a master tone, which is fairly typical of a Super Strat. I think even Fazley are considering these Super Strats with the FSST designation. I'm guessing Fazley Super Strat. Right, anyway, carrying on. So, is this the best budget Super Strat? Well, I'm going to have to say this time, yes, 100%. Once again, it ticks almost all the boxes for me spec-wise. It looks great, it plays great, it sounds okay, and the price is unbeatable. It's supposed to cost £134, but Backshop.com have had them discounted for quite a while. Fazley is Backshop.com's in-house brand. It's the same idea as Harley Benton with Toolman. Anyway, I got this one for £91. When they were discounted even further, I accidentally bought another two. I couldn't help it! The pink one was reduced to £76 and the Sunburst was £66, and if I could have waited another day I would have got one for £56, like a couple of you lucky subscribers. I'm looking at you, Columbro and Alfie, you lucky bastard. There is another guitar with the exact same specs as this. It's actually the exact same guitar. The Jet JS450, which is priced around £169 to £199 depending on retailer. I have one of those too, and it's an equally great guitar in terms of specs. Literally. If you want to see a review on the Jet JS450, which is suspiciously similar to the FSST720, easy for you to say, then go and click up there and you'll get everything you need. Right, fine. If you're getting any value from this video, please consider giving it a wee like, wee thumbs up. I've not long started this YouTube game and these videos take me quite a lot of time and effort to make, when I could be doing more important things, like learning about owls. So I'd really appreciate your support, thank you. So what's the competition in the price range of say £56 to £200? Well, outdated common wisdom would suggest the Squier Bullet series, but I think they've just recently been discontinued and superseded by the new Squier Sonic series, which look pretty cool, but they don't have full thickness bodies. Like this has a 44.5mm thick body, same as an American Fender Strat. I think the Squier Affinity series is over £200 now these days. Ibanez Geo GRX 140 maybe, East Coast. The Harley Benton ST62 might be close, but that's got 3 single coils, a 12-inch radius, and no 2-point trim, it's got a 6-screw trim. Don't get me wrong, I do love Harley Benton guitars, I've got a few of them, and I think the Fusion Pro series beats out all the competition in the £250 to £400 range, easily, and above sometimes. I've got a review of my Harley Benton Fusion 2 on the channel 2. You can click it up there. It's just in the wee box there. By the way, have you seen the Harley Benton's new 25th anniversary series guitars? They look pretty tempting too. So anyway, even at the full price of £134, I would still pick the Fazley Phynica 720. And obviously if it was £91 or £76 or £66 or £56, if you're lucky enough to go into that price, the Fazley Phynica FSST720, that's my favourite pick of the bunch of all these budget guitars. Best budget super Strat, right? So if you keep an eye out on the backshop.com website, you might be lucky enough to bag one pretty cheap because the prices seem to fluctuate almost daily. Unfortunately, I have no idea about the availability of these guitars elsewhere in the world, but here in the UK and in Europe they seem to be fairly easy to get a hold of. So given that it's possible to bag one of these for £56, can you gig a £56 guitar? Well, that's exactly what I did the other week, and it held up very well. I mean, I'll admit it didn't sound as good as my Fender Strat, but it played just as good, maybe even better, because it's got these more comfortable contours, and it's a bit lighter too. So I think once I've upgraded these pickups, which you don't have to do, but I'm going to do, it's my choice, I have a sneaking suspicion that I'll be taking this one out a lot more, and I'll be leaving my Fender Strat at home to babysit the other guitars. Also, with this being so inexpensive, I'm far less precious about it too, so I don't mind too much if it takes a couple of knocks or that. I won't lose too much sleep over it, you know? So what's the cheapest guitar you've ever gigged? Let me know in the comments, I'm interested. After having this guitar for a wee while now, there's a couple of things worth mentioning. Firstly, the tuners are not good. In fact, they're bad. The low E one broke after about a week, but I've since upgraded them with some lock-in tuners and I've put a Graphtec string tree on here as well, which has already made quite a big improvement. Wee video coming up on these mods soon. Even changing from the stock strings to some high quality elixirs made quite a big difference too. I've polished the frets too. Like any new budget guitar, the frets can be a little bit gritty to start with, but you can either play them out or polish them up. And that's what I did, polished them. With each and every mod, this is the guitar that just keeps on giving. The keen-eyed among you may also have noticed that I've changed the pickguard on this, just the other day, from cream to white, courtesy of a swap with good friend of the channel and subscriber Alfie. Cheers mate! The cream looks way better on the Sunburst anyway, so it was a good move. So let me know in the comments, have you checked out a Fazley? Have you checked out a Fazley Phynica? Is there an alternative that I don't know about that I should be checking out? I mean, I think this is going to be hard to beat at this price, I mean, come on. But by all means, please school me. I'm here to learn and share. If you want to see a review on the model above this, the Fazley Phynica FSST720, then click that thing up there now. On you go. Go click it. So thanks for watching, hopefully see you in a video again soon. Subscribe if you like. See you later.